Hello, welcome back. You're still watching See Today Business on C Morning Show with me, Alin Wiratmaja. It's time for our business talk segment. We have with us in the studio Nafan from Mira Asset Sekuritas Indonesia. He's an investment analyst to talk about this week's market recap. Good morning, Nafan.
Yeah, good morning, Ms. Alin. Good morning, See Today Business.
Yes. So we would like to first discuss the before we talk about the volatility in the commodity, what are the sentiments for this week and how's the volatility in the commodity for the Q2 2023?
Okay, I believe that there are probably many sentiments during this week to observe. Okay, they are external and also internal. The external is that we will see that the effect of the Fed chairman speech in Yao Ming, in the Jackson Hole, because Jerome Powell said that he will maintain high rates in the future, in the foreseeable future, as the U.S. inflation based on CPI and also PCE is also above the Fed's target at 2%. Okay, so I believe that it will affect the market volatility, although it is not increase exponentially, but I believe that it will be major sentiment during this week. And then we will see that other sentiment, one of the most important thing in the external, in the USA, or the US non-farm payroll data on Friday. Yes, I believe that this is also a key because it will affect rupiah stability. Should the US non-farm payroll data is above expectation, right? And then we will also see we will also observe the PCE, US PCE also,
Maybe we can see some of the chart and the graphics that you have prepared. We will display it for our audience.
Well, I know it's from the external, and from the internal sentiment that we will also observe our inflation, which we believe that it will also it is expected to rise above probably 3.3%, okay, due to the increase of domestic consumption, okay, so that it will also affect our future base 7 years reverse repo rate.
Okay, and regarding the volatility in commodity, what's your insights on this?
Okay, we see that the volatility in commodity price are still intact due to low demand on some other commodities. Example in nickel, and also Newcastle coal, right? And then CPO, but we see that in this semester the commodity prices began to stabilize from the downtrend, from the markdown phase, okay, due to global economic recovery in the second quarter, I believe, so that demand, the demand of commodity, will also increase in the next quarter. In the third and fourth quarter, okay, due to high demand. Well, especially when we see the potential of the coal upside trend, we see that in the winter there will be a demand increase, an increase of demand of coal price. But when we look at the oil commodity and also gold commodity, it seems they are stabilized at the positive territory due to due to increase of demand and also the implementation of OPEC plus production cuts. Meanwhile, in gold price, we see that the it will stay in the territory positive, okay, due to the effect of a treasury yield take higher and also uncertainties looms. Yeah, I believe that. Well, in I forgot in nickel. Yeah, in nickel price seems that that the demand is currently low due to Chinese economy. It seems that they are facing another crisis, not only deflation but also in China's property crisis, which is also affect its low demand on key commodities, such as nickel, for example.
So those are for commodities. If we look at the global growth, Nafan, it seems that it is improving in 2023. What's your take on this?
Yeah, we see that the global economy in the second quarter is exhibiting a sign of positive growth. Yeah, we see that the United States, for example, in quarter two, in GDP, is increasing. China is also increasing, so that it will affect its their forecast. Yeah, I mean their forecast. Their forecast is relatively have been revised up. Yeah, due to gradual recovery from the pandemic. Yeah, and also the sentiment from the Russian invasion towards Ukraine is lower. Yeah, so that I believe that the global growth is. I believe that it is still project to slow down in this year, but it has been revised up. Yeah, due to gradually lower sentiment. Yeah, on pandemic and also Russian invasion of Ukraine. Okay, so we see that the United States, Eurozone, Japan, and India are gradually in a recovery zone, so that they are expected to gain better than the previous projection. Okay, and meanwhile, Indonesia's economy projection is still at 5%. Yeah, it's maintained at 5%, driven by the recovery of domestic demand and also solid export performance. Well, I believe that 5% is still
very feasible.
Very feasible. Yeah, very feasible. Yeah, because we are also facing some global uncertainties, but we maintain our stance in our fundamental macroeconomic in solid performance. Yeah, of our fundamental macroeconomic. So that means that in 5%, I believe this is also based on the IMF World Economic Outlook July. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can see the other slide that we have prepared for the second quarter.
Yes,
as a review.
Okay, like I said that before, because we see that the economic of major nations, such as United States and also China, have been generate more growth in the second quarter. The economic growth is increasing. The trend is also positive due to consumer spending increases, I believe. In China, we believe that recovery are on the right track. In retail sales and also service sector. Okay. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, I believe that we see the result almost 5%. In each quarter. Due to the acceleration of our domestic consumption after the month of Ramadan and Idul Fitri festivals, and also due to government spending and also fixed investment are also increased.
Okay, that's the recap and the forecast. And now on our major advanced economies recession probability forecast is declining. As we discussed it earlier, global economy continues to gradually recover from the pandemic and the effect of Russia's invasion of the Ukraine. How's your prediction towards the global economy and in QT, in Q3?
Okay, in Q3, well, in my opinion, I believe that that the global economy will continue to recover, but nevertheless, we will also see that the some major economies will also implementing its higher interest rates, due to their inflation is above their central bank's target. For example, in the Fed and also the European Central Bank, we see that they maintain their inflation target at 2%. Okay, due to the fact that their consumer price index is above their target as well. So I believe that in my opinion, the global economy will continue to recover, but in a slower pace. Okay, due to the central bank's implementation of higher interest rate, I believe.
Okay, let's see the effect of the higher interest rates from the central banks to the financial market. On the next slide here on the volatility index, the U.S. Treasury as well as the U.S. index.
Okay, we see that the effect of the some uncertainties, global uncertainties, affect the VIX and MOVE index. They are gradually increasing due to the fact that at the time the Fitch rating decision to downgrade the U.S. long-term credit rating from AAA to AA plus, and then the also that the fact that in the Jackson Hole symposium at Yao Ming, we see that Jerome Powell especially will maintain its higher interest rate in the foreseeable future. We believe that this is also part of his hawkish stance policy. It is also affect the high trend, the upper trend of the U.S. Treasury yield. We see it is up to 4%. But at the same time, due to our strong fundamental macroeconomics, we see that the our SBN, SBN is stabilized around 6.2%. Okay, and then our CDS 5-year is also is still further below level 100. Creating perception that that our investment risk is lower. Thus, I believe that it will generate our capital inflow in our bond market. Okay.
And then let's discuss the U.S. dollar index, DXY.
Okay. We see that the USD IDR is in an uptrend, I believe. Due to hawkish sentiment from the Fed. Okay. It is also affect the precision of US dollar index, but we will see in the future that Bank Indonesia will continue to implement its intervention strategy in order to maintain our rupiah in the fundamental level.
Yes, what we know as the triple intervention from the Central Bank of Indonesia. And we will discuss the global recession risk probability is slowing down next.
Okay, we see that the recession probability forecast is decreasing. When we see in the major countries, for example, United Kingdom, Europa, and also USA, due to the fact that the pandemic sentiment, pandemic COVID-19 sentiment, and also the Russian invasion towards Ukraine is gradually decreased. Okay, so that major countries, major advanced economies, they can also maintain their mitigation stance here in order to increase to increase their economic performance here, so that we see that their recession probability forecast is decreasing. We see that back in January, their chance of recession is well above 60% in USA. In Europe is above 80%. Yeah, it's 80%, and also in UK is 90%. Yeah, well, it was 90%, but as the sentiment gradually decreases here, so that their recession probability forecasts are also decreased here. Okay, but still at 50% or above 50%. Yeah, such in USA, for example. Yeah, but in Indonesia, we see that due to strong fundamental macroeconomic performance, yeah, their recession probability forecast is getting lower from 5% to 2%. Yeah.
Very low for Indonesia, thanks to our strong fundamental and economic resilience. And for the third quarter, what can we expect from the market, and what can we prepare as a strategy for investors? We can see you have wrapped up these suggestions, right, for market participants. Let's see on the screen.
Okay.
The last one.
Okay, we see that. Okay, we see that this is the tips for the investors here.
Financial advice.
Financial advisors. First of all, when we invest stocks, we must check the fundamentals of the company to be bought. Okay, this can be done by looking at the company's reputation, good corporate governance, and also financial reports. And then we choose the stocks that are actively traded. Well, we can look at the stock traded in LQ45, IDX 30, Compass 100, IDX High Div 20, Jakarta Islamic Index, IDX 80, etc. And after that, we have to conduct the technical analysis in order to gain the upper hand in our entry position at the right price. Yeah. Okay, and also we have to invest the stock whose products you also own. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and then we also pay attention to the development of the future sentiment, both domestically and externally.
Which
okay.
we just did.
We just did, yeah, before. And then we have to apply money management and also risk management.
Okay, Nafan, for this week, what's your pick for the sectors as well as the stocks?
Okay.
Disclaimer on.
Okay, we see that the IDX Basic and also IDX Energy are still improving, so that majority of my stock recommendation based on technical analysis are ADMR, AKRA, Antam, Inco, ITMG, Medco, PTBA, and also other sectors such as consumer goods, INDF, property, BSDA, and also financials such as BCA and BNI.
Okay, those are the stock picks from various sectors. Do your own research. Thank you so much, Nafan Haji, for joining our See Today Business
You're
this
most
morning.
welcome, Ms. Ali.
Yes, and best of luck on your future endeavors. Now let's take a break, but we will have more updates for you from around the world when we return. So stay with us on See Morning Show. We'll be right back.